ago, a new champion. In 1964, the heavyweight boxing champ was Sonny Liston. He was so tough that some boxer was afraid to fight him. No one was expected his latest challenger, Cassius Clay, to win. While most boxers stood still and hit hard, Clay moved fast and threw quick punches before the fight. Clay wrote a poem about hunting Liston's stronghold. He flying to Spain. Who on earth thought they came to a fight that they would witness the launching of human satellites? Clay's thoughts made Liston too angry to control himself in the ring. Clay's nimble style let him dodge Liston's hardest swing. After 6 rounds, Liston caught his creases. Cassius Clay became the heavyweight champion of the world. But this story was just the beginning. Soon, he would change in his heavyweight. Wait a minute. In his name to Muhammad Ali and make that a name history would remember. Childhood. Ali was born Cassius Clay in 1942 in Louisville, Kentucky. His family was middle class, but the Clays had to deal with segregations in their daily lives. At that time, restaurants and stores in many parts of the South refused to serve black Americans and removed white people, sometimes attacked or even murdered black people who dared to claim that they should be treated equally. When Cassius was 12, someone stole his bike. He told his neighbor, police officer John Martin, that he wanted to meet the thief. Martin suggests that Cassius fight in the boxing ring instead. With Martin at his boxing coach, Cassius began training and won his first fight later that year. At 14, he won the beginner group, like in the Golden Globes. It was the country's best-known amateur boxing tournament. Cassius scores sponsors boxing matches, and his principal started calling him the next heavyweight champion of the world. Going for the gold, Clay was quickly become the best amateur boxer in America. At age 17, he won the Golden Globes Championship and the Amateur Athletic Union's title. The next year, he went to Italy for the 1960 Olympic Games in Rome. The 18-year-old had never flown before and was so scared that he brought a parachute, but he wasn't in the ring. He won the world battle. After Rome, Clay started fighting for money and not just medals. As he won the after fight, he began taunting his opponent with pride. Before I thought you Robinson, he said, this guy must be done. I stomped him into one. Sure enough, Clay knocked him out the way in the first round. Clay won 19 fights in a row before beating Lisbon and winning the title. Muhammad Ali. 2 years later, Clay had so much civil rights leader Malcolm X speaks about Islam and has come away with impress. The two men became friends, with Malcolm acting as a mentor to Clay. But Clay came the heavyweight championship. His name was the famous one in boxing, but it wasn't until he wanted to be called anymore. Clay joined the religion of Islam and took the name of Islam Prophet. He told reporters, Cassius Clay is a slave name. I didn't choose it and I don't want it. And Muhammad Ali, a free name which means beloved of God. And racist people use it when people speak to me and of me, refusing to fight. In the mid-1960s, the United States was fighting a war in Vietnam, a country in Southeast Asia. The army started drafting young men to fight, but Ali refused to join the army when it was called. War was against the teachings of his new religion. He was also argued that he shouldn't fight for a country that didn't treat him as an equal citizen. Having been a racist his whole life, Ali was ready to take a stand against it. He asked reporter, "Why should they ask me to drop bombs and bullets on brown people, while so-called Negro people in Louis village are treated like dogs?" Speaking out against both war and racism in America made Ali a hero to many people, but the boxing one didn't want its most famous fighter stirring up trouble. They said that he was arrested for refusing the draft. Ali was stripped of the heavyweight title and banned from boxing. During his time away from boxing, Ali spoke at college about war and civil rights movement. He became well-known for his moral argument as he was for boxing, giving him his career for precedence. What he saw respect, even from some people who disagreed with him. The comeback. After 3 years, Ali's court case for refusing the draft was still going on. In another case, a judge ruled that Ali has to be allowed back to the ring. After 2 warm-up fights, he challenged a new heavyweight champ, Joe Frazier, a tough fighter who, like Ali, had never lost a match. Ali's challenge for the title was called Fight of the Century. The fight lived after his death, but for Ali, it was the reverse of the listed fight. His win was no match for Frazier's strength. Frazier knocked Ali down several times. The judges awarded the match to Frazier. It was the first professional fight Ali has ever lost. 3 months after the loss, Ali won more important victory. The Supreme Court ruled that he had the right to refuse the draft as a conscientious objector. The court said Ali deserved to have his beliefs to war for religious America to religious reasons. Ali's moral stand inspired Americans from all walks out life to stand for their beliefs as well. 2 amazing fights. Ali continued fighting for 3 years before he got to fight Frazier away. He won, but by then Frazier was no longer champ. He has lost the heavyweight title to George Foreman, a young, powerful new fighter. Ali challenged Foreman for the title in there, now called Democratic Republic of the Congo, in the fight called Rumble in the Jungle. Ali tried a new strategy, leaning against the rope and blocking while Foreman tried himself out of punching. Ali called this move from a rope. Foreman fell into the chair and tired himself out, making it easier for Ali to knock him down. Muhammad Ali was champ again. That following year, Frazier tried to win the title back from Ali in a fight that held in the Philippines called Fira in Manila. It was a tough fight that Ali described as the closest I've come to death. Frazier said, "I hit him with punches that would have knocked a building down." The 14th round, Ali threw everything he had at Frazier. He used the lateral stress to hit him with a storm of punches. Frazier threw in 12. Both men were so beaten up that Ali lay third. said, "We went to Manila as champion and we came back as old man." Ali kept his title for another 2.5 years before he lost it to Liam Smith, when he fought Smith again a few months later and won, becoming the only boxer to win three heavyweight crowns 3 times. Ali didn't fight again for 2 years, and when he did, he lost the title for good to Larry Holmes. At 38, his long career in the ring came to an end. Retired but still fighting. After retiring from boxing, Ali traveled in the world speaking for human rights. In 1984, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. This disease made it hard for the brain to control the muscles. As his health declined, it became difficult for Ali to speak, but in 1996, he returned to the Olympic Games to light the Olympic flame in Atlanta, Georgia. Ali clearly struggled to lift the torch, but as the crowd cheered and held the flame aloft, a fire to the end. In 2016, Muhammad Ali died at the age 74. Once the controversial champ had become universally beloved, President Obama praised his victory. Help us get used to the America we recognize today. Ali wasn't just the greatest boxer who had ever lived. He was also had changed this country by fighting for what he believed